Hello, my name is Huy Moeller. I'm a videographer with 10 years of experience. I originally come from Vietnam, but I have lived here in Canada for many years. I went to film school in US at UCLA. I studied and worked at the same time. I work on the film set a lot. I started out as a PA, and then I moved on to become a first AC and eventually a DP. But right now I would rather be in a corporate video shooting business because it gives me a more steady income, and it's also gives me a chance to have my own business. Personally, I think film school is important if you start out knowing nothing. Film school is for people who would like to come in and do networking, because let's face it, some people will graduate and go on to become big-time filmmaker, and they can probably phone back to their friends and get everybody up to speed and get them to become part of the production. So in that way, if one person succeeds, everybody will succeed. I have done videography for 10 years. I'm mostly familiar with the Canon camera ecosystem, but I also dabble with Sony cameras and the Red DSM-2 system. I mostly shoot weddings, events, music videos, and from time to time I shoot a short film. Since my job is a videographer, my clients expect me to come in with a camera, lighting, audio package, and sometimes they ask me to edit it as well. I'm most familiar with the Adobe Premiere package because it also includes the Adobe Photoshop, After Effects, and also Prelude. And those are the programs that I use the most when I'm on the set. In my knowledge, I think that you should be good in one package first. Once you have learned the basics, like what button to push and the methodology of editing, you can transfer that skill to other editing software like Avid Media Composer, Final Cut Pro, or even the new one, DaVinci Resolve. Again, to come back to my point, be good in one software first before you branch out to the other ones. And don't worry if you're not good at it at first. After you have used it for one project, you'll master it in no time. And sometimes when you go into a production house, they will retrain you, so there's nothing you have to be worried about. I often hang out with a group of filmmakers, and we have established our own media production company. We have not incorporated our production company yet, but it's called Star Coast Media if you want to look it up. It's on Facebook and on Instagram. I shoot and I edit, but I also have a producer, and she manages time and schedule and also the budget. For the time when I had to bring in other people, it is like a gaffer, an editor, or a motion graphic designer. Those times I would bring in the friends that I know from the filmmaking community that I hang out with. But those are rare occasions. I mostly shoot and edit by my own, and for the slightly bigger production, I'll bring in my producer. When I'm doing a solo project, I will do the producing by myself. I manage my own money and my own budget, and also the scheduling. It's a lot of work, but I also let my client know that, and I charge them accordingly. I think this is an unfortunate time that we live in. This pandemic has made a devastating impact to all walks of life all over the world, not just the film industry. And we have to think about how to cut costs in production, yet still tell a compelling story. Because I think that a lot of story with a small production, with a good script, can actually make a more compelling experience for the audience. Maybe this is a good time to sit back and think about how we're going to go forward. So think outside the box, sit down and reflect, and hope for the best.